silhouettes burning, embers rising high.
It's bank holiday. I've just got home and I thought I'll do a little reading vlog, so hopefully you guys can enjoy this time with me. I am doing just boring maintenance things, so I'm just about to do my chores for the day. So a load of washing up. I'm going to put on a load of food to be cooking so I can prep some meals for like the coming weeks. I need to clean out my cat's litter, do a little bit of general tidying, do the bins, that sort of stuff, and then I really need to do my hair because it needs to come out and have a new style. So once I've done all of the boring stuff, I'm sure I'll update you on the books that I am currently reading and what I'm going to be focusing on over the coming days.
Like a chemical fire, the flame won't die. Intertwine, darling, you and I. And my heart beats cold, and you can control the levels and colors. Did I lose my mind and your mercury eyes? And I know it blind the reason why.
So the hair is done. Well, it's removed, oiled up and ready for washing for tomorrow, and I have been fed, and so I thought I would tell you about what one of my current reads are at the moment, and I've nearly finished with it, so I'm very excited to see how it ends. This is How to Survive Camping: The Man with No Shadow by Bonnie Quinn, and it is a almost satirical but not quite horror camping story where monsters in this town are very much like, you know, like it or lump it, they exist, they're there, but the campground manager and her family legacy really are in a position where they try to keep the monsters at bay and intact and kind of cornered within the campsite, which is a massive piece of old land. However, the town people are getting restless and are demanding that the campsite starts to change hands, because apparently Kate, our campsite manager, is struggling to keep the monsters in check and is losing her grip on morality. It's full of monster manipulation. It's fantastic. I'm really having the best time reading this, and as I say, I've probably got like 20-30 pages or so left, but I do need to edit a video that is supposed to have been up earlier today, so I'll see how much I can get of that done before I decide that I just want to read. So the day's not kicked off to how I intended. I woke up with a brewing migraine, and I have actually just come out of a migraine nap, and I think it's cleared up, touch wood. I had my medication, had all my like things that I put on and stuff, but yeah, it was like brewing on the nausea side. So I was feeling really sick, so I'm going to take it easy today, but I still need to wash my hair, so I don't know, I'm going to just like thump that off for as long as possible and get to reading the last like couple of pages really of How to Survive Camping, and then I'll come on here and tell you how I thought about it.
Scratching the surface, this obsession of mine is fueling the furnace. I'm up all night with intertwine, darling, you and I. And my heart beats cold under your control.
So my other half finished work early, which was amazing, so I got like super excited when he tried to come in because I had the door locked, so I had to jump up and unlock it for him, and then I decided to wash my hair. So hopefully I can finish those last couple of pages now or at some point this evening, we shall see. To put a bit of pep in my step, I have made decaf coffee with vanilla syrup and chocolate soya. So chocolate vanilla coffee, hopefully it tastes alright. I don't know, I've never done that before. It tastes good. So I finished How to Survive Camping, and oh my god, it was brilliant. It was so good. I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I will probably be doing a makeup look where I do like the review on top of it. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, I won't go into too much depth here, but I just loved how unlikable or dislikable Kate was as a campground leader and just as a person in general. I really feel like that added to the story because it made it like this whole other layer of how easy it was for like monsters to manipulate the town residents, right? Because she was already so dislikable. That was really enjoyable. Just put some oil in my hair. Yeah, it just added like an extra layer, really, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm just going ahead with some Curl Smoothing Gel. I've not used this before. This is by me. I've been like trying some of the line, but this is the first time I'm using this little gel thing. Oh, it's not a gel, it's a smoothie. It does say smoothie, to be fair. And I think I'm just going to put my hair in some twists, and then maybe have it out in some capacity tomorrow. So yeah, don't know if I'm going to pick up another book today, just because when my other half got home early, we're hoping to restart Braveheart because I jumped into that with him. He was like 20 minutes in and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch this too. So I jumped in, but no, we haven't picked it up in a little while, so we're going to start from the beginning, I think. Hello and happy Monday. So I ended up waking up at 7:30 because it was way too muggy and humid, and I was like, if I lay in bed any longer I'm going to feel sick. So I ended up doing a makeup look inspired by How to Survive Camping. And I am also getting ready, well I'm ready now, to get some lunch with my friend and then do a little bit of book shopping, so that's awesome. Did the washing up, need to have a little bit of breakfast. But yeah, I started reading some more of my other current book, which is the next book in the Clara Dawson mystery series, which is coming out tomorrow, and that is A Bitter Betrayal. So yeah, it's like a mystery series set in 1920s kind of time, and it's paranormal, so she can see ghosts and spirits and things like that, and they're at a haunted house in this one, and I'm really liking it so far, but I'm only like 30% in, so I don't think I'm going to get a finish for tomorrow, but I can definitely try. And there's Elsa making some bread. You need that dough, girlie, you need it. The absolute best day today. I haven't had a catch up with my friend in quite some time, so it was much awaited, and also we did, of course, a load of book shopping. So let me just grab my haul. Got caught. Right, so I went into Asda, got a couple of books that I've been intrigued to get, and then of course I went to Waterstones as well to buy some books because I had some, like a gift card to use, and also a receipt to claim the points on that my other half spent on a graphic novel the other day. So happy days. The 3 books that I got in Asda are as follows. So this one I was definitely, that was like a no-brainer. I wanted to go back and get this one. It is A Stage for Villains by Shannon J. Span, and I hadn't heard of this, but I stumbled on this when I was in Asda a couple of days ago for like the weekly food shop, and I thought it sounded fantastic. It kind of gives like Shakespearean enemies to lovers vibes. So it says on the back, the mortals made a treaty to keep the players south, and when the treaty ended, a wall to keep them out. And if the wall should crumble, the marks will keep us safe. And if our marks should fail us, gods have mercy on our fate. Oh, it just sounds so, so good. So it says the gods are dead and all that's left are the players. And it kind of made me think, just off the cusp of that little bit, of Lore by the author. I can't remember. It's like a Greek heroes sort of games thing where I think the gods, I don't know, you had a night to vie for the god's power and kill all the other gods or something like that. I don't really like that, but it feels like this could be that sort of vibe, but hopefully done in a way that I enjoy. But it does say that it's Caravel meets One Dark Window in this lush and dark fantasy. So I really hope I love this. I also picked up a Dracula retelling, and this is The Brides by Charlotte Cross, and it says before Dracula there were the brides. So it's going to be focusing on the women of the story of Dracula, which I am all for. I've got, what have I got? I think I've got another book that's similar to this. Can't see it at the top of my head. But I have also just read Midnight Covenant by Emily West, which is a Dracula retelling as well. So I feel like I'm almost on that hype now and I want to consume more. So it says a dark Dracula prequel full of toxic love and monstrous ambition. And it sounds so, so good. Come to me and be mine for eternity. Creepy, sumptuous, incredibly gripping. The Brides is a feminist gothic horror about the three women who became the brides of Dracula and the fourth who managed to escape his clutches. It sounds fantastic. And then lastly from Asda, I picked up this cute little one. This is Books and Bewitchment by Isla Jewell, and it looked absolutely adorable. Now it does say it's an Arcadia Falls novel, so I don't know if they're like standalone books in like a series or whatever, or if I have to read like a first one first. But I couldn't see a list of books from this author to kind of gauge a better understanding, but it does look adorable. It's magic, it's a rom-com, it's warm-hearted, it's about bookstores and magic, it's enchanting, touching and delightfully quirky, and apparently it is the perfect comfort read, and I think I'm gonna really adore that. Oh, I think I'm gonna absolutely love it. And then in Waterstones, I picked up 5 books. So one of them is a series I've been wanting to get in for the longest time, and I think it was the inspiration of the live action drama The Untamed, which I've been wanting to watch for the longest time. And this is Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation by Mo Shung Chong Shu. Hopefully I've pronounced that well. It just looks absolutely beautiful. It's like illustrated. It's in amongst the manga section, but it's not manga. It's got like illustrations in it. I don't know if it'd be classed as like a light novel, even though it is a bit thicker, but I'm not too sure. It is also translated by Suka, and it looks just absolutely stunning. The hardback cover as well was gorgeous, but it was like £30, and I was like, oh, this is already 17 quid, even though I was using my gift voucher to spend it on. I still want to be sensible so I could get the most out of it. But it says, this is the first volume in it, Resurrection and Revenge. Wei Wuxian, who was once one of the most outstanding men of his generation, a talented and clever young cultivator who harnessed martial arts knowledge and spirituality into powerful abilities. But when the horrors of war led him to seek a new power through demonic cultivation, the world's respect for his skills turned to fear, and his eventual death was celebrated throughout the land. Years later, he awakens in the body of an aggrieved young man who sacrifices his soul so that Wei Wuxian can exact revenge on his behalf. Though granted a second life, Wei Wuxian, I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I do apologise, is not free from his first, nor the mysteries that appear before him now. Yet this time he'll face it all with the righteous and esteemed Lan Wangji at his side, another powerful cultivator whose unwavering dedication and shared memories of their past will help shine a light on the dark truths that surround them. Oh my god, it sounds so beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's like boy love romance, so I'm hoping this is going to be beautiful. I'm really looking forward to it. I got a graphic novel, and this one is by Olivia Blake, and I didn't know this existed, but it looks absolutely stunning. It's called Clara and the Devil, and it looks, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The the little quote on the inside is what got me. It says, "The devil has come to town and he wants a library card." And I'm like, sign me up, sign me up. Apparently it's a deliciously dark tale of fortune, bargains and seduction that kicks off a sultry series that explores artistry and power through the alluring lens of the 7 deadly sins. That sounds so cool. I always find like a fascination with the 7 deadly sins anyway, so I think I'm going to eat that up. Excuse the gluttony sinful joke there. Now this one I paused at a while because I was like, hold on a minute, I recognise that author. And then I looked at the back and I was like, wait a dang minute, this is A.A. Milne. Yes, A.A. Milne, The Red House Mystery. It's classic crime at its very best from the creator of Winnie the Pooh. And it's a country residence far removed from the world of the 100-acre wood. I read that originally thinking, so it's set in the 100-acre wood. It's not, apparently, but I'm really intrigued to see a different style of writing from this whimsy childhood writer, right? So yeah, story has much of the same charm and wit. There's of course a murder, and when the local police fail to solve the crime, an amateur sleuth readily steps in. Oh my god, it's like a whodunit with humour, excitement and suitably surprising twist at the end. It's a very short one. I think this is going to be a nice palate cleanser, and I'll be intrigued, as I say, to read something that's not focused about Winnie the Pooh from this author. Okay, last 2 books now. These were in the buy one get one half price, and I did want this one, but I was like, oh, there's nothing else that I really want for the offer, so I went back to get this. This is Shizuko Natsuki, Murder at Mount Fuji, and it looks so stunning, so stunning. I think my friend was saying that did she say she read this one? Or she has it on her Kindle, I can't remember, but I think it sounds amazing. It's a classic mystery from this Japanese queen of crime, as she's dubbed. When American student Jane Prescott is invited to spend the holidays with her classmate Chiel, she jumps at the chance to see the new year at a luxurious mansion at the foot of Mount Fuji. Chiel belongs to one of Japan's wealthiest families, headed up by the Yohei grandpa Wada. With the whole Wada family gathered and snow falling outside, the festivities are in full swing. That is until Chiel bursts into the room, covered in blood, holding a knife and screaming he has stabbed her grandfather to death. This sounds so good, and what a stunning cover that is. And then lastly, the first book I actually picked up in Waterstones, and it's only one that I recently learned was in poetry. This is Hecate the Witch, and this is by Nikita Gill. I haven't read any Nikita Gill, but I've seen a couple of TikToks, I think it was, where someone was saying they're not really into poetry, but they really enjoy this author and Rupi Kaur, and I really like Rupi Kaur. And I like Hecate. She's like one of my deities. So I thought this would be fantastic to read. It's the first book in the Goddess of the Underworld trilogy. Now, I don't know that I've ever read like a story flowing trilogy or like a series in poem form. So I'm really intrigued to see how that kind of explores it and see if it hooks me. So yes, it's following the Immortal War. I think it's about her upbringing, growing up in the world of Olympus and the gods and all their feuds, and it just sounds absolutely fantastic. So my friends, those are all the books that I have bought during That Is Gonna Fall. Let me just rebalance my life. Okay, my friends, those are all the books that I picked up today, and with that I think I'm going to wrap up today's video. So do let me know if you have been reading over the bank holiday, what you've enjoyed, if you've read any of the books that I've picked up here today, or any of the books that I have been reading throughout the couple of days, which haven't been a lot, but it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in another one soon. Bye.